Welcome, everyone. Bleeding Blue Podcast, episode 36. Back at you. That is 3 series wins in a row, Ryan. 3 series wins in a row. I mean, against the Oakland A's, against the against the Chicago White Sox, against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, they are terrible teams. Hey, we take what we can get, bro. We take what
Pittsburgh isn't terrible. They're the
they're
same
not that
team as
good. They're
us.
not that good. They are not that good. They are not good. But still, we won, and there was a lot of fucking crazy shit that went on in this series, bro. A lot of stuff that went on. But we'll get into it. The series did not start off good though. Did not start off good.
No, I was. Oh my God, that game was horrid. Horrid game.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Let's get into it though. No runs, no scoring. Fucking Chris Bassett goes 8 fucking innings and does not even get the win. Oh, not even close.
Mhm.
Not even close to the win because as soon as fucking Chad Green steps up to the mound, walk-off home run by JJ Bleday. That was horrible. Just terrible to watch. Terrible. I could not believe it.
We're letting JJ Bleday walk it off against us. It's sad.
Actually pretty good. Like he's probably their best player. So I mean, I'd rather that than fucking like I don't know, Aledmys Diaz like hit the winning home run. That would suck. But no, Jay-Z Bleday. I don't know how this team is actually like where they are at. The Oakland Athletics I'm talking about because
Right.
they're kind of
They're
fuck.
not. They're not. They're not. You know.
They have a horrible team. They have
They're
maybe
worse. They're better than the Angels apparently, but they have the same game differential.
They are. They're in fourth place. They're 26 and 41. Their best player, Brent Rooker. They do have a couple really good players though on their team. Like I have
Yeah.
to
It also helps. It also helps for us in Jay's case that 4 out of their 5 starters from the beginning of the year aren't playing. So that also helps that they have a bunch of minor league guys pitching against us, which was nice.
yeah.
And we still only had one game above what was it? 6 runs.
No, we had 2 games above 6 runs. What are you
That's
talking?
right. But it was after extra. It was extra innings. It took extra innings to get 6 runs in the last game. But we'll get into that later. Yeah, first game was horrible. Pitching was obviously amazing. Who was on the mound for us? Barrios? No, Bassett. Because Bassett, he's coming back to his old team, and it's going to be his last game in Oakland, and
It's pretty cool.
he probably wanted to show out for the fans and stuff, and he played great, man. He had a great showing.
He did.
But the bats just couldn't get it going like always. And like you said, Bleday walks it off first pitch of the ninth inning.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Not
Yeah.
a good look on this team.
I mean, it's like it is what it is. Like they didn't score fucking any runs at all either. But still, you gotta somehow win fucking games, bro. You gotta somehow manage to win games, and did not do that. Did not do
Yeah.
that. Oh, so yeah, it was rough.
Yep. He did not do that. All right, let's move on. Let's go into the second game because let's just ignore that first game. Second game was very entertaining. Both sides of the ball. We got Gosman coming back to life again with a great outing. Great outing.
Better than fucking great, bro. That is
That's his best performance of his career, I
probably
think.
his best, outing of his entire career because it's his first ever complete game shutout. 10 punchies against not a good team, but still, they fucking won the game before somehow. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and 7 runs. It was just a complete dominance of that team. You love to fucking see it. Kevin Gosman, complete game shutout, first of his fucking career. I can't say enough about him. That was awesome, and it's a great game to watch too. The other
Mhm.
part about it is, the boys are fucking buzzing on this team. IKF fucking came around and got it hit RBI and walked. And then Kevin Kiermaier with an absolute no doubt fucking home run.
I don't know if it was no doubt. It was, like what, a couple yards out of the
That
park.
was a
I don't know if it
no
was
doubt
no doubt.
run. I don't know what the fuck you're.
Maybe for him.
Go
Maybe for
watch.
him
No,
it
no,
was no
no,
doubt
no,
for
no, no, no,
him.
no, 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 no. Go watch it again. It is a no doubt home run. Also, I don't know if you know about that stadium. That is one of the biggest stadiums in the entire fucking MLB. Like as well as just like the size of the field, the diamond. It was a no doubt fucking home run.
Yeah, screw Oakland, dude. That stadium sucks ass. Thank God it's leaving because that thing needs to be demolished and there needs to be a new one placed. I don't think there's been a person sitting in the 500s or the upper deck since they were in the playoffs in like what 5 years. So that's also a major problem. But yeah, they stink. The great second game, great win, wonderful win. I watched a little bit of it. I was at a party on Saturday, but yeah, it was good. Great win, Gosman. 10 strikeouts in 9 innings. That's solid, man.
Yeah,
Only 5 hits, one walk too, which is good.
with your wording, solid, solid. Yeah, yeah. I guess it was solid. Yeah. It is not just solid, Ryan. It is not just a solid performance. It is
It's because I'm used to this team being so shit. So like, I don't really know if
you
that's an
should be like,
excuse or
that's
not, but
insane. That doesn't justify what you're saying. You should be like, holy fucking shit. They fucking got a complete game shutty. It's awesome. That is incredible.
yeah,
You have to take these wins because you don't get these types of wins all the time. So you have to take them and embrace them and hold on to it
embrace
as long as you can.
embrace it.
Yeah,
Embrace the win.
exactly. Just like I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a great game. All the guys are firing on all cylinders. But before we get into that, this is the first start of Spencer Horowitz,
hmm
and with Spencer Horowitz coming up, somebody had to be sent down, and that person being Cavan Biggio.
Sent down, he's gone.
I know, and well, he was sent down, and then he decided, no, I'm not going to go down to the minors. I'm going to be DFA'd. But
Right.
yeah,
Good for him, man. Yeah, because if you're a player like Biggio, who's been, a regular starter for the past 4 or 5 years, and then
oh,
they just DFA you for a younger guy, I don't know, man. I'd definitely look for a new spot.
yeah. Well, he was hitting fucking 200, so he wasn't doing much.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he was mainly coming in for pinch running.
I mean, if you
Uh,
honestly look at it, like he Cavan Biggio had like last year he was like a slightly above average hitter, like he had 230 something, and then
mm,
prior he was hitting like 200, 200, and then in like 2019 and 2020 he was pretty solid. He was very good actually for this team, but still, like yeah, he it's what happens, bro. Like you don't perform and
yeah,
sport, but yeah, this is what's gonna happen. It
I
sucks.
think I think Horwitz will be nice. Were we talking about him a bit in spring training? How he
Really
was,
good.
coming up a bit.
He's good. He's been really good in AAA, and hopefully he can translate. He's good bat to ball skills. He's not gonna hit the ball like crazy fucking hard, but he's gonna get his walks. He's gonna get his timely hitting.
hmm
That's what this team needs. If the team wants to win, I think it's the right decision. I think it shows that you're a serious team. You don't care about Biggio being like, oh, he's been with this team forever. He's good friends with the coach. It's like, yeah, man, you're not gonna do it. Like, I don't know Kevin Biggio, so why should I care about his feelings? You know, that may sound a little bit harsh, but like, I want to watch this team win. I want to
Yeah,
watch win, and I want to see these guys win, and I want to see good players on the field. Maybe it was a little harsh to say because I do care about these guys at the same time, but like it's hard to care about somebody when they're not performing well. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, of
you
course.
care about Josh Allen, like if you met him, but you don't care too much about Stephon Diggs, like because
Oh, I care about Diggs.
you
That
do.
guy. Oh yeah.
They didn't like
I
him.
mean, there's been some moments when he was on the team and he was a bit of a diva, as all star wide receivers are in the NFL, when they don't get the ball a lot. But there is. I was sad to see him go, leave because he was such a major part of the offense. But now that he's gone, I'm excited for the new look for the Bills. But let's talk about the Jays here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Horowitz will be a good fit. I think just give him a couple more games to get used to major league pitches and stuff, and I think he'll be good. I think
Yeah.
he'll be all right.
Gosman, yeah, it was like he seemed to go back to his regular self, like we saw in 2022 and 2023. Obviously, he's had struggles as of late, but I mean, he was he was awesome, just fucking phenomenal. His splitter looked great, his fastball looked great. He's one of those pitchers that just outstuffs the fuck out of you because he has such good stuff. Like he has such a good fastball, he has such a good splitter that he just becomes nasty. He's a great sinker. He's such a good pitcher. He's such a
Yeah, like I've been waiting for him all year because I have him on my fantasy team. I got him in like the third or fourth round. I'm like, dude, when are you gonna come around? I'm gonna have to put you on the waivers. But now I'm like, you know what? Now he's trying to settle in a little bit. Like we talked about this a couple weeks ago about the missing spring training.
yeah.
This like same with Romano and a couple of the other guys. Oh, what's his name? Swanson. Like the other two pitchers that missed spring training, and that's obviously a big issue with starting off the year.
Fucking Eric Swanson's in the minors, and Jordan Romano's on the injured list.
Yeah, because they just got right into it, right into the regular season. They didn't warm up yet,
Well, no,
so
they were injured to start the season off. Romano.
that's true. Yeah, they're already injured, but same with Gosman too. But Gosman's just been slowly trying to warm up this year. But now I think that start, gave him a bit of confidence, and which is nice to see because he's supposed to be our ace, right? He's
Yeah.
supposed to be that main guy in the rotation, but now that he's back to his old ways, I think it's good help. I just can't believe I was going to say this at the beginning of the podcast. I can't believe that the last 13 games were 9-4. I that doesn't it doesn't sound right to me. Like I feel like this team is like last 13 games were like 7-6. It doesn't feel like we've won 9 of our last 13 games. That doesn't sound right to me.
Bro, I know.
It doesn't sound right. Let's go into game 3 here. This was a fun one. A lot of interesting stuff happened in this game.
Yeah.
6-3, 6-4 win
Four
in
wins,
extra innings. IKF once again
five
saving our
RBIs, bro.
asses. Yeah,
Five.
five RBIs, man, saving our asses once again. To take us to win our last game in Oakland. So that was a big win to send it off for those boys down at the Bay.
Yeah.
I think there was one moment I saw a bunch of videos and memes about was Mr. Yusei Kikuchi in the extra innings. Who's the first baseman?
I.
Soderstrom, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running to catch the foul ball. There was one out left. I think there was one out left or two outs left. I can't remember. In extra innings, Kikuchi somehow decides to, instead of going away from the ball, away from Soderstrom. He goes into him
Yeah.
and throws the nice little body check. Like I was just thinking about this. I'm like, dude, the Leafs need to sign this guy, man. I was like, he has more heart and soul than Mitch Marner does in the playoffs when it comes to getting in the corner down dirty. This guy's checking the first baseman so he can't catch the ball. And I was watching the replay multiple times. I'm like, that guy, he definitely could have caught the ball if
Yeah, that's why
Kikuchi was in the way because it was pretty close to him.
That's why they called it out for interference. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, they called it out?
Yeah, because he fucking ran right into him. So
I thought they let it go. I
no,
didn't know they called it.
no,
That would have been so funny if they let it go. Oh
no.
my god, that would have been hilarious.
But yeah, no, it was kind of intense though too, because after like Jose Barrios came out and was like, get back to where you're going to one of like the shortstop or like the second baseman who was like he was getting mad or something like that.
Okay.
Something weird, but it was interesting though to see how intense like it got after because they were all getting pissed, and I kind of felt bad for you because he ran right fucking into him. So funny.
People are saying that he should be signed on the Bills offensive lineman. He should be
Dude,
guarding Josh Allen on the line.
he's actually a lot bigger than we think he is. Like
Yeah, he's a big guy, man. He's a big guy. But he's
he's
put on
like
some muscle.
he's like 6'1", 6'2", something like that. He does not look that though, but he's a big unit. But
Yeah, he's bigger than Marner, that's for sure. He put some skates on him, put him on the play him with Matthews. He's giving Matthews a couple of apples, 100%.
but the funny part about it is like, of course, it's fucking Yusei Kikuchi that it happens to. Like the guy
Right,
who just everyone fucking loves. Like the funniest. Oh, it's
right.
so funny. I think it's so
I
funny.
love how the Jays posted a picture of him after the game
Yeah,
with like sunglasses on. That was so funny. I'm
yeah.
glad that the social media team
They're
is
pretty.
taking a part in that.
They're pretty good. They have a lot of good stuff that they come out of the socials. But I know the Bills one is really really good too.
Oh my God, Bill's social media team is undefeated. That's like one of my dream jobs is to work for the Bills social media team because they work with Josh Allen like every day, man. Like they talk to him like every day and like there's so many like whenever they win like
Yeah,
a game in the season, they just
I
make like
shouldn't
a
have gotten
shit
you started.
post.
You're just gonna go.
Oh my God, man. It's so good. It's so good, man. And they make like and they do like these when it was Josh Allen's birthday, I think they gave him a birthday present, and it was just some stupid shit. Like it was, it was so stupid, and they like make videos with the players too. It's like so fun. Like I wish that was my job, and you're just editing, making shit for the team. Like that's my dream. That's like one of my dream jobs, and you're just working with all the players.
Yeah,
It's sick. I know like all team social media teams do that. Like they talk with the players and shit. But just because I'm like a massive Bills fan, that would be like because you get to like because it's so personal, like you're with the players all the time. So and like
mm,
Josh Allen's always a part of it too because he's just that type of guy, and it's great.
yeah.
But yeah, back to the Blue Jays.
Back to
Um, back to
um,
the yeah
as I
to,
was
to the
saying.
team at hand.
Yeah, no, Bowden Francis was also fucking good this game too. 4 innings.
Yeah, yeah,
I was debating. I was like, should they have pulled him like 5 minutes? But he just came back from an injury. He's still,
right.
and also he's not that good either. Like he's not insane.
No,
Getting pretty hit pretty
no.
hard. So like I noticed that like there was a couple but he was getting hit pretty hard by some of the pitches he was throwing right down the middle. But
Yeah,
I was happy with the game that went on though, bro. Like it was good. Trevor Richards fucking sucked. Nate Pearson wasn't great, but when they gave up the lead, I was like, oh fuck. But right away,
I literally saw him. I was watching. I'm like, this game's over. And they
yeah.
gave up the lead. I was like, this game's over. There's no way they win.
Today,
And then I switch on the TV, and then Bo hits a double, and now no, not Bo hits a double. Who
sack
tied the game?
fly, sack fly.
Sack fly. That's right. Yeah, I turn on the game, and right after that, I turn it on, and I'm like, oh, it's tied. All right.
Yeah.
I was not
No,
expecting that. I thought it was over.
but you just have to. The only person that deserves the props for this game is Isiah Kiner Falefa, who
Yeah,
single-handedly
100%.
won us this game with the bases loaded, uh, three clearing double, like bases clearing double, which was just the chef's kiss.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic! You couldn't have put it in a perfect spot.
Great, yeah.
More perfect spot. It was great. You score, a 3-run double. That's pretty insane.
It was.
Especially in extra innings. Usually these guys can't score with runners on extra on
They,
runners in scoring position. Sorry,
however,
get the
they do
words.
have one of the worst teams ever. Like so, like they're one of the worst bullpens. I don't know if it's that bad. Mason Miller's pretty ridiculous, but they're the A's. It's going to be a bit easier to score runs on them when they're down to like their last pitcher basically because like Medina got or no, it wasn't Medina. Medina was the game before. But anyway, yeah, no, it was a great series. Keep up the good work these Jays need to do, but
They
yeah.
got a tough series coming up. They got the Milwaukee Brewers. Very very good team this year. I think they're leading the NL Central right now.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They're up by 6.5 games. They're playing very well this year. They got that man Contreras at catcher. That boy's something else. Bruce Turang, the highest WAR leader on the team. They got my boy Jackson Chourio. He's one of the one of the better prospects in the league right now.
Yeah.
He's not playing his best right now. He's only hitting 217. But yeah, Yelich obviously. Yelich is Yelich, right?
Yeah.
Dyson 324, Contreras 309. They got 3 players batting over 300 this year. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Bruce Terang. I've never heard of Bryce Terang. Sorry, not Bruce. Bryce Terang. That guy apparently he's hitting 306. I've never heard of this guy before. Apparently pretty good. Willie Adames, Reese Hoskins, former Philadelphia Philly, very good player.
Gary player, very, very good. Yeah, no, they've got a lot of good players on their team, and they're just a good team. So it's gonna be a different beast, facing the Brewers and going into Milwaukee. Or where are they Minneapolis are they playing? Or is it
No, Milwaukee, Wisconsin,
okay, I'm thinking of why am I'm thinking of fucking some
Minnesota.
yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. Wisconsin, that's where it is. Yeah.
Speaking of Minnesota, did you see those new City Connects?
Do you like them?
Those things are no, those are ugly. They're ugly.
I like the hats.
They might be just as bad as the Jays. They're horrible. The hat isn't bad.
Hat is
But
sick. Did you see did like
the
a
hat is nice. The hat is nice. I don't know about I don't like the
it's actually insane.
yeah, show a picture to the fans if you guys haven't seen it. Minnesota Twins just dropped their City Connects today. They got this like the Minnesota outline of the state on the hat. I like the colorway. It's like the Brewers, dude. It's like the Brewers and the Phillies had a baby. Their City Connects, and then they just merged in, and then you have the Twins City Connects. I don't understand the logo on the sleeves either. I don't understand what that means. As a normal baseball fan, or like I don't know if it deals with anything Minnesota wise or Minneapolis. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it just didn't make sense to me. I thought they'd do something with their colors. I like the Twins colorway. I thought they'd keep it that color, but they want something completely different.
Yeah. They did like a retro hat. Like I think Twins have like maybe one of the best jerseys of all time, like baseball jerseys. Like I think their new ones are really nice too. Like
Like they're the ones that they wear consistently.
they've got like these like tan ones almost. Yeah, the ones that they wear consistently.
Yeah, yes.
They're really nice.
Those are really nice. Yeah, they wore those against us in the playoffs last year. I like those a lot.
No,
there's a basketball team that has that kind of same jersey. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's not what they're wearing though. That's kind of like that's a retro feel. I like that though. The main one I'm not a big fan of, but I think they should have kept the colorway.
I think it's unique though. It's not like black how like almost all of them are like the Jays ones. I think it's cool colors. I don't have an issue with that. Like I don't have an issue with that.
People are saying it like I said before, it reminds them of the Phillies City Connect and the Brewers jerseys colorway, and then they just merged it together. Seattle too, yeah. But Seattle's though, I like the font, dude. I don't know about the font for this. The Seattle font, I really like it. And it's like, I don't know. I really like that. I don't know about this one though.
Well,
the thing is, if these jerseys were like the ones before last year, the same, like these ones are just shitty quality. And like they're not stitched on, like they like fully stitched on. They're so cheap and shit. Like I hope they change. They are going to change it next year. I hope they just go back to the old ones because these new ones suck. Like the players hate it too. Like it's not just the fans that hate it; the players hate it too.
No, because
they're not good jerseys. They're not good quality.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go back to the Milwaukee series. 3 games set against these guys. Let me go back home to face the Guardians, but we'll talk about that next pod. Let's go into predictions here. What do you think? What do you think the Jays are going to pull off here?
Go 1-2 against
1-2. Okay, that's respectable.
Colin Ree, let's take a look at him. 3.53 ERA in 63 innings pitched. He's had 10 starts. And then Yusei Kikuchi one, they don't have a pitcher lined up. And then Tobias Myers, who this is his first season, he's had 7 starts. So,
okay.
I mean, their rotation isn't insane. They don't really have anyone that's like really, really good. I'm trying to think. Freddie Peralta is like their main
right.
He's He's got a 3.95 ERA. He's not anything crazy. Colin Ree and like most of their pitchers are injured. Yeah. So it's
Kind
not
of
really,
like the A's.
but we were pretty good against them last year too.
The thing is, the Brewers they can hit shit on you, man. They
I know.
got good batters, so that's the problem.
Right. Bryce Terang has been fucking awesome. He's been really, really good. William Contreras is hitting 309. Willie Adames is good as usual. Yelich is good as usual. Like he's been really good this season. He's hitting 324. He was injured for a little bit, but he's back. Jackson
Mhm.
Chourio, yeah, he's all right. He's been hitting 217. Like there's some guys you
I'm
gotta.
gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go bold here. I think the Jays are gonna sweep the Brewers. I'm just gonna go wild here. 9 of the last 13. I know you probably aren't liking this, but you know what? I think the Jays are gonna come out hot. All right. The Brios is pitching today. I think he's gonna outshine this Milwaukee offense. I think he's just gonna have a great start. 7, 8 innings. He's gonna go. It's going to be a nice start for the boys here. I think the bats won't be, you know, like bad, but they'll be okay. They won't be like insane. Like they're not going to put up 6, 7 runs a game, but I think they'll be consistently okay. But I think the pitching is going to shut down the Brewers' offense because we got Brios, we got the bodybuilder Yusei Kikuchi in the second game, and then we got Bassett who had a great outing. I feel confident. I feel confident in this team going into this series.
That'd be
Give me a
great.
sweep. Give me a sweep. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a tough series. It's gonna be close games. There's gonna be no blowouts. I say just 1, 2 run games, but I think the Jays are gonna be confident enough to go in this series and say, you know what, F it, let's get this sweep.
Yeah. No, I want
You
that.
you go, yeah.
I
You
want
want
that
it,
very
but you don't
much.
think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I want to believe it. Um, yeah, like I don't even know what to say. Like, um,
It's because you didn't expect me to say that. That's why.
1 and 2. That's what I think is gonna.
Okay.
That's my belief. That is
All
what
right.
will happen. Mm,
Dude, I can't believe 2 games out of a wild card spot is insane to me. I can't believe we're that close.
That is crazy.
And somehow the weak ass Red Sox are ahead of us. I don't know how that's possible.
They're one game,
Um,
one game ahead of us.
I know, but still, they were not expected to be 500.
They've got
They're
really good pitching.
33 and 33.
Really good relief pitching too, and that's kind of what has helped them. But they're not the most like insane. They're not. They're over outperforming like themselves.
Yeah,
Like they Jaron Duran has been fucking so good for their team.
right,
He's really
right.
good. He is 3.4 WAR. That is crazy. I don't know how.
Wow.
That's like not even like Varsho isn't even that high, and I
Varsho is 2.8, I think.
yeah. It's pretty good. But like they've got so many good pitchers though. Like their starting rotation, like Tanner Hoyk, Hauk or whatever, Cutter
Yeah,
Crawford, good. Cooper Criswell's been solid. Nick Pavetta's been good. Then their bullpen has been lights out. Like Kenley's been good.
right.
Brendan Dino, Greg Weissert, who played for the Yankees last year. Like they're good. But that's for another series that we'll talk about them.
That's soon though. That's like a week or two. They come to Toronto, which would be a fun series.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll catch one of those games. So yeah, you say 1 and 2, I say sweep. Very opposite ends of the spectrum here. But let's go on to our top five. We just did our lineups, and I'm pretty sure I won last week. This guy decided to pick Manny Ramirez at left field. I don't know what this guy was thinking. Anyways, that was a pretty easy win for me. Let's go on. This is gonna be a fun one. Ryan picked this one. You introduce it.
Okay. This week we will be doing top five Blue Jays of all time. Blue Jays players, be pitcher, hitter, whatever you want to do. Top five Blue Jays of all time. I wanted to do top five Blue Jay moments, and then I was like, that's too vague. I feel like that. What do you think? Do you think that's a little too vague, like a hard one to
We
do?
can maybe No, it's not hard.
I don't even know if you could come up with like 5 Blue Jay moments.
I
Like
could.
your mind can't comprehend. Like, ooh, I have to think backwards. What could it be? That's like your.
What?
That's fun.
Who
It's
could it be? What?
it's
What are you
just
talking about?
caveman. Like that's your mind processing like thoughts. Like
Dude, I have like one of the best memories
so do
like in
I.
the
I
world.
have a better memory than you though.
Yeah, maybe when it comes to the Blue Jays.
And movies,
No.
yes.
No, I don't think so.
Remember who won all those games of fucking guess the movie or whatever like that when we played online?
Okay, but I was just, that was a while ago. All right. Now I'm ready to go.
Anyway, all right. Let's begin this top five Blue
You
Jays.
go.
I'll go first. I'll start it off. Number five. I wanted to put this guy down lower, but there's so many fucking good players ahead of him. However, he is awesome in a core memory of my childhood of watching the Blue Jays. Number five. I remember when this guy signed with the Blue Jays, or got traded actually. Josh Donaldson, absolute fucking legend. One of those guys that was like the fans in the way, and similar to another guy who's on this list as well that I'll talk about later, just hated the other teams. And you loved that. You loved how much he wanted to win, how much how good he was in clutch moments too. So many walk-off home runs, so many walk-off base hits, so many walk-off slides into home to sweep the Texas Rangers in the ALDS. Josh Donaldson is the man at number five. I can't say
Quick
enough.
question. Do
He's
you
so,
think he's a Hall of Famer?
no, no. He had like no, he's not a Hall of Fame. He's very
No? Okay.
not a Hall of Fame. And Josh Donaldson had an insane MVP season in 2015 where the Jays made it to the ALCS. So much fun. So much fun watching that team, especially in the second half in 2015. And then when they made it to the playoffs. People forget that he also tied the game up in game five with the bloop single that scored its tie and run. But yeah, Josh Donaldson at number five. Number four, I didn't get to watch this guy pitch. I wish I did. And a couple Cy Youngs, uh, insanely good. The ace of this rotation,
Wait, is this number 4?
thousands for number four. Yes,
Okay.
my next player, Roy Halladay at number four.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Rest in peace. But just the definition of an ace. Definition of an ace. Threw a no hitter, even though he wasn't with the Jays. Threw a no hitter in Game 1 of the NLDS when he was pitching for the Phillies, which is just ridiculous. No emotion on the mound whatsoever, and just a legend of the Jays, and played for a number of years and was just so good. Number three, I don't know how this guy's not a Hall of Famer because you look at his seasons and you look at his stats at number three, played in the early 2000s, late 90s. He was so,
I think
so,
I know what you're going to say.
so good with the Jays. Played there for 11 years and hit over,
Yep.
hit a career average of 282 with the Jays. Carlos Delgado.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I don't know how he's the first player to have a 4 home run game with the Blue Jays. 4 home runs in one game.
He was pretty close to MVP in 2003.
2000, yep,
He
2000.
was 30 points away from getting it.
Yeah, he had 302, 1.019 OPS. He lost out to, let me guess, A-Rod. Yeah,
A-Rod. A-Rod.
but he had an 8.4 WAR playing shortstop. He was so fucking good. But anyway, Carlos Delgado was just like the head of this team. So good. Puerto Rican legend. 2 All-Stars somehow because it was during the era when it was fucking Jeter and Bonds and A-Rod and Ichiro and like
Bonds. Yeah, Bonds. Yeah.
players playing at the time. So now, yeah, I don't know if he did steroids or not, but he was fucking good. He was good. Really, really good. Next player at number two. Let me check it. Oh, there we go. I didn't get to watch this guy, but family members of mine have, and they said He was an absolute legend. So, so good. The highest WAR of any player to play with the Jays. Dave Stieb started it all. He was the best pitcher probably to ever play for the Blue Jays, debatably with not Carlos Delgado, with Roy Halladay. He holds a 56.8 WAR, wins above replacement, for the Blue Jays.
Wow.
Just so, so good. So, so good. Had so many good seasons with this team. His best one probably, I have it right here, where he pitched to a 2.48 ERA in 1985, 267 innings pitched, and 167 strikeout. Wasn't a strikeout pitcher, but had 36 starts that year. Just so,
Wow.
so good. This is when the Jays lost to the Kansas City Royals in the ALCS, but 99, that was a 99 win team, 1985. And other than that, he was great every year. He had, and in 1982, I'll talk about this start before I move on to my next guy or next season. 3-point pitch to a 3.25 ERA.
19 complete games.
Yep.
Holy shit. That is wild.
38 starts, 288.1 innings pitched, and only 141 strikeouts. Just so
19 complete games is insane.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Half his games he went the distance. That's fucking insane. Oh my God.
Imagine every other start that you watch Dave Stieb is a complete game shutout.
Oh my God, that is insane.
Still, he was just
wow.
And he didn't even win Cy Young that year. Robin Yount won or not Robin Yount. I'm looking at a different one. Peter Vukovic. I don't even know who that is.
Fuck him. He might be Croatian, so I might not say fuck him. But if he's Serbian, yeah, forget him.
Okay, he wasn't even that good, bro. Oh my gosh, that's crazy how he lost
19 complete games is wild in 1 year.
How did he not have a better?
What was the most last year? Complete games.
Complete
What
games.
the most complete games last year?
3 or 4. It'd probably be.
Wow.
Logan Webb had a lot of complete games last year. He had 2. No, never mind. It's probably Garrett Cole.
Right.
So I'm gonna guess it would be Garrett Cole.
That's crazy.
Not 2 last year. All right.
Dude, these guys who you think you're getting 2, this guy's getting 19 in 1 year. That just shows how pitching has changed, man. That's wild.
Number 1, I got the legend. Just got into the Blue Jays level of excellence, Jose Bautista.
Mm-hmm.
4th highest WAR on the Blue Jays of all time. So many good memories. When he hit, 54 home runs in a season. When he was it 6 straight All-Star games. The year and then obviously the bat flip, bro. He's such a valuable player. Got his walked a shit fucking ton. Was so good to watch. So much fun to watch too. Just pulled the fucking shit out of the ball. You know that's all he did was just pull the fucking ball, and hit home runs, hit dingers.
Mm-hmm.
Had many from 2010 to 2015. He was just absolutely dominant for this team. And obviously in 2015 with this 40 home run season where he had a 913 OPS, 8th in MVP voting, was so good for this team.
Wow.
Nothing you can say about Joey Bats. Again, he's the same guy as like Donaldson, where he hates the Yankees. He hates the Red Sox. He hates the Orioles. He hates everybody that isn't on his team because all he cares about is winning.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like a dog, bro. He was a dog. You look up on YouTube Bautista getting revenge. There's so many times where he gets hit by a pitch or something like that, or somebody talks shit to him, hits a home run next to the bat.
Yeah.
He's so fucking clutch. So can't say enough about the guy. He just so sick.
Do you have a honorable mention?
Edwin's got to be the honor.
Okay. Okay.
Edwin, I wanted to put him on the list, but it was between that and Donaldson, I think. But Donaldson had, I think, Donaldson playing third base was so much fun to watch too. But Batista, Edwin had so many good moments too. Home run and to win it in the wild card game. Yeah, nothing I can say.
Okay.
All right, you begin.
Solid list. Solid list. All right. I'll start with my honorable mention. When I think of clutch, I think of this guy for the Jays. My second baseman that I named last week, give me Roberto Alomar. I think that guy, I think of the World Series rings he won with the Jays. 1992 ALCS that got them to their first World Series. I think Roberto Alomar. So I'm going to put him as my honorable mention. Just missing out. At number 5, I literally just looked at this guy's stats today. Didn't know how good this guy was. This guy was insane. Carlos Delgado, like you mentioned, this guy, he's like, I don't know how he's not in the Hall of Fame. That guy has been, you want to talk about consistency.
Yeah.
That man he was something else. Just because he doesn't have the accolades like others to do, he should be up there 100%. That guy is he's something else. So I'll put him at 5, just over the edge of Alomar. Number 4, I feel like I should be putting this guy up more after what you just told me of the 19 complete games, but I have Dave Stieb at number 4. 19 complete games in 1 year is I've never heard of that. That's like some Wayne Gretzky 92 goals in the season type stat. I don't know if he has the like all time in one season. He probably doesn't. It's probably like Nolan Ryan or something who has it.
Bob Gibson, bro. I don't know if you know him. He had
oh yeah, I know about him. Yeah.
35 starts in 28 complete games. So yeah,
that's how crazy pitching has changed.
Yeah.
In terms of relying on the bullpen and letting your guys play and stuff. So I think that just shows that he should be up there. So I'm going to put him at 4. Number 3, the legend himself, rest in peace, Roy Halladay. I think he's like, other than Alomar, he's the only J to be in the Hall of Fame. So I'm just going to put him there. Won a couple Cy Youngs, one with the Jays. I was actually debating on putting Roger Clemens in this spot just because of, he was there for like 5 years, not even, and he won 2 Cy Youngs here. So I think that just, I think that's pretty crazy. So yeah. I'm just gonna put him I'll put him at like the honorable mention, just because he didn't spend that much time here. So I'm not gonna put him on the list, but I'll put Roy Halladay at 3. Number 2, Joey Bats. That he's basically my favorite Jay to watch, other than Encarnacion. I just think that Batista was here a bit longer than Edwin, and the iconic moments he's had with the Jays, the bat flip, the fight with Odor, and then after in the playoffs they sweep him. I thought it was awesome. Just great memories with him on the team. So I'll go with Batista at 2. And number 1, I think this guy, whenever I think of the Blue Jays, I think of him. It's Joe Carter. I think him walking it off World Series, that's like the best moment, I think, in sports, because it's very rare that you see that happen. I think there's that other moment like in like the 50s when that guy walked for the Brooklyn Dodgers or something like that. Like he walked it off to win the World Series. Like Joe Carter, like the iconic call from, I don't know who the announcer was, but just touch 'em all, Joe. Like that just screams iconic to me. So whenever I think of the Jays, I think of Joe Carter. So I got to put him at 1.
Yeah, man.
That's another guy who I think should be in the Hall of Fame just because of that moment. Like just put his jersey, his bat, the ball, like everything should just be like, just because of that moment, I think he should just be in the Hall of Fame, despite the stats. But he was a great player no matter what, right?
Yeah. He's pretty. Yeah.
I was just thinking of other players that should be here that we didn't mention. John Olerud. I think he was with the Jays for a while. He should be
Yeah.
mentioned.
There's a bunch.
Um,
He's had a lot of good players that played.
yeah,
On White, uh, Vernon Wells.
Paul Molitor. He wasn't there for long, but he
No,
was
he
part
played
of
only
those.
one season there. I'm pretty sure with the Jays.
Yeah, but he won the World Series with them, so I gotta mention his name. I think he was pretty important to that team.
But I think
Um,
George Bell, um,
Tom Hankey. We
Tony.
mentioned his name last week.
Yeah. There's a bunch of players you could name. Alex Rios, Shannon Stewart,
Brett Lowry.
Brett Lowry.
That was my boy. Jose Reyes. Those guys in like when they were shitty, but they just
2013,
had some iconic. Yeah, those guys are iconic. I don't know. Chris Colabello. I think he's just he was that boy when he was here for a couple
I think Chris
seasons.
Colabella's got to be in the Hall of Fame.
Michael Saunders, another legend. I mean, he's got to be in there as well.
Owens.
Rowdy Telez. We got to mention Vlad. Give him a couple years, he'll be close to this list, I think. Just because of he's Canadian and he has ties with the Blue
I have
Jays.
a
And
question for you though. I have a question. So in the media, they've been talking about how you always hear about how Bo and Vlad might be traded, things like that. Will they? Will they not? And there's also what's his name? Ross Atkins came out and talked about how he's not going to do that. He doesn't want to do that. He thinks it's stupid. He gets upset when he sees people like this in the media and things like that. If they're going to resign somebody, who are they resigning, Bo or Vlad? And do you think they're going to resign one of them? I think they should, because I think they should.
you think they'll get both?
I think they should extend Vladdy. I don't know if they'll extend Bo. It's so crazy to think, though. Weird. You have to.
I think you have to. I think you have to re-sign Vlad. I think he's probably just based off performance this year, and because of how he's from Canada, and I think that's very important for ticket sales and having people go to the games. Yeah, he's personality too. I think he's just he's the heart of this team. Bo obviously is, he's the one that produces the hits and he gets you the runs, but I don't see him staying here for much longer. I think he goes somewhere else.
See what happens.
I think he goes to a place like Arizona or somewhere where they don't have a main shortstop. I think they not he doesn't go to the Yankees or the Dodgers or a big team like that.
Get his season going. Yes, if he wants to
exactly
contract, bro, because he's gonna end up like Tim Anderson playing for the Miami Marlins on a 1 year.
Exactly. Yeah, Tim Anderson is a whole different story. But I
that guy, bro.
He was so good, man. He was so good for the White Sox when they were in the playoffs. But yeah, I don't know. He also got punched out by J Ram last year, which didn't really help him at all. Yeah, that's a whole different story. But yeah, I think you have to keep Vlad. I think that's probably the priority for Ross Atkins next year.
Yeah,
is keeping him.
All right.
I think he will stay though. I think Vlad will stay. I think Bo wants to stay too, but I think Bo also cares about the money and making sure that he's getting his money.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I hope they somehow figure it out.
Okay, sounds good. All right. That's it. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. More episodes to come as always. Like us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to fucking call it. Just don't get angry. And Spotify. We are on all those platforms. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to listen.
Also there this week for all you soccer fans out there, football fans, European football fans out there, we might be doing a Euros and Copa America podcast. This other guy who's shaking his head right now, he's not a big soccer fan. So
Yeah, because I have a
He's
and I'm not a that's why.
no, shut up. It's the biggest sport in the world. But yeah,
And the people that like them are
we
all
might be
fucking
doing
losers.
one. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a big Croatia fan, so I hope my boys go all the way this year. Um, and Canada obviously playing in the Copa America, but they're kind of like the shitter of the tournament. But anyways, there might be a Europod this week. I'm not sure because I'm doing it with a couple of my buddies who are also big soccer fans, but we don't know if we can schedule one. But just make sure to look at Instagram. I might be making a post about it. Euros. I might just make a post myself about predictions myself for who I think is going to win the Euros. You know, I might convince this guy over here to maybe make a prediction, even though he doesn't give a shit. But keep in the back of your heads, everyone. It could be a fun pod. It'd be a lot of fun if we get it going. But this Friday, start of the Euros. Big time in sports this summer. Got Euros and Copa America. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry you had to listen to him talk about soccer for 5 minutes. You almost fell asleep and wanted to scratch out your eyeballs. Bye.